Alright, I've got the QIDI VTOL out here again today, and I wanted to test it in 3D mode, which is going to be SpaceX rocket mode. So let's see if we get it in the air. There we go. Alright, so let's see here if we can get it into... Oh, look at that! We got it in SpaceX rocket mode. Let me bring the throttle down a little bit. Bring it back this way. Figure out my controls here. Alright. So the rudder is still handling the roll authority. Wow, I've got this in high rate, and I'm barely able to bring it toward me, and there's not a lot of wind out here, so yeah. So let's see here. Whoa. I'm having a hard time in this mode. I can't get it. I cannot get it to fly back to me. Yeah, look at that. Come on. You can do it. Alright, so let's put it back into multi-rotor mode. Okay, so you've got to have dead calm wind, I think, to use the SpaceX rocket mode, you know? A multi-rotor mode works just fine. Rocket mode again. Yeah, I just can't get it to come back toward me. It's just barely moving. There we go. Alright, let's go back into multi-rotor mode again. Alright. Oh, I'm already getting flashing red, which I guess it means that the battery's getting low. So in multi-rotor mode, when you do mix mode, like I was out here last time when I demonstrated it, I did everything except for a rocket mode because I ran out of battery. And I'm going to run out of battery here in a minute. So the flight time is shorter than what's specified. Yeah, because I'm losing power right now. That's it. That's all it had. Okay, so flying it around in rocket mode and flying it around in vertical mode, rocket mode, and flying it around in multi-rotor mode, it uses up the battery really fast. So I say I probably flew it around about half the time in airplane mode the first time I had it out. I got about a 5-minute flight out of it with that stock battery. Now what I'm going to try to do, because these GemFan 3052 props that they have on here, that's a lot of pitch on those props, and it's not like you're going to do punch outs with this, right? The flight controller is not going to allow you to do that. So I'm going to bring it out again. I only have the one battery. I will have links to another battery in the show notes that, if the specifications are correct, should fit in here. And it's a 2S 1100 milliamp hour light bulb. This should have more punch than the stock and a little bit bigger gas tank. But before I bring it back out again, I'm going to replace these 3052 props with a 3x4x3 props. Okay, so they're going to have less pitch. And I think for the weight of this, with the 3 motors, I think with the 3x4x3 props, instead of these 3052s, they're 3x5.2x3 props, I think that you're going to get much better flight time with it, and I think it's still going to have enough power to fly around in multi-rotor mode and in SpaceX rocket mode. Okay, So we'll test that out and see if that isn't more efficient for this VTOL than these stock props are. I'm almost betting that they're going to be. So stay tuned for that. I'm pretty happy with it. I would just like to get some longer flight time out of it. You know, especially since I only have the one battery. So, and I think I'll be able to do that with those other props. So I'll have those on here when I bring it back out again, so stay tuned for that. That's a wrap on this episode. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the air.